Hello, my friends, my student of this IGNOU and Ethiopian students. Today I will discuss about the rural development concept. What is the concept of this rural development? If you haven't subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe it for watching further videos. So this rural development is what here we will study about the unit 2 rural development, concept of the rural development, aims and analysis of the rural development, and the rural poverty concept and the manifestations. So now you come to the concept of this rural development. What is the concept of rural development? Rural development become a planning concern as it become the clear that the strategies adopted in the developing countries remained largely ineffective in alleviating the poverty and inequality in the rural areas. So here we are looking towards this alleviation of the poverty, how we have to minimize the poverty and how to bring the equality among these rural people. So this concept of this rural development basically emerged in 1950s and 1960s. So development policy makers sought to increase the productivity and per capita income through the advance in the manufacturing sectors. So historically it has been observed that the industrialization and the advancement of the economy in the Western society. So they are talking about the advancement of the society, how to develop these rural societies and how to develop this rural areas and how to bring the economic changes in the rural society. Without the economic changes we cannot bring the upliftment of the rural people. So economic changes are very important. So you see in England also we see the various changes after the industrialization. Then many other countries also we have seen the impact of the industrialization in rural area also. So many other countries in Europe and manufacturing Japan industries among others were the proceeded for reaching changes in agrarian society. So these our agrarian societies are basically having correlations with the industrial development of that particular country. So correlations are there. In rural area we are producing various item raw materials and these raw materials are used by various urban industries, which industries are there in urban areas. So industrial growth and the modernizations were accompanied by the increased productivity in the agricultural sectors and urbanization. So you come to this definitions of this rural development. What is that? So rural development as distinctive field of policy and practices of research emerged in early 1970s. World Bank and the UN agency played important roles in its emergence. So our World Bank and the UN agencies, various UN agencies which are working for this rural development, they played the important roles. So World Bank defined the rural development as strategy designed to improve the economic and the social life of the specific group of the people in rural area. So upliftment of the rural poor is basically concerned to the rural development. So rural development is a major part of the national development strategy. So here the rural development is basically concerned with the economic, social and political and the environmental development in the rural areas. So the rural areas are understandably defined to be areas outside the jurisdictions of the urban municipalities. It is actually away from the urban areas, urban municipalities. Then what are the aims of rural development? The major aims of rural development: progressive improvement of the level of the living of the people, achieved through mainly increase the small farms and non-farms incomes output and the productivities. So here we see the increase in the per capita income, output income and expansion of the productive employment and the gender equity in the distributions of the benefit of the growth. So the rural development may also be refer the process of the change in the rural society. So if there is a change in rural society, then there is the rural development, change in their living standard, change in their education, change in the health. So now come to the primary objective of the rural developments are to improve the living standard of the people. How we are increasing standard of the people and to increase the productivity in the rural area. How we are helping to produce more in their fields, how to increase the productivity. This we are teaching them while we are doing the rural development. Now to involve the people in planning and the development. So rural people's participation should also be increased while we are making certain policies, we are making certain decisions. There must be the participation of the rural people. So to ensure the distributive justice and equalization of opportunity in the rural society. So there should be the equal treatment in the rural areas. All people must be treated equal. There should not be any kind of the discriminations. Now component of the rural development. So the rural development as a system involve the technological, environmental factors and the relationship as well as the social and the cultural ones. So various component of rural system includes what are these? Natural environment, technology, various kinds of the technology, then population or the demographic factors, population, how many people are staying in that particular area or like that, economic factors involving the production, market and the connections of the rural economy. What is the connection of the rural economy so with the world market? So this we are studying. The social structures of the rural society. What is the social structures of the rural society? Then the rural poverty concept. What is the concept of this rural poverty? So rural rural people are basically the rural development target at reducing the poverty and the human misery in the rural area by increasing the productivity. Suppose that if we are increasing the productivity, rural people will become little rich and they will get more productions, and by the production they may higher their standard. So the concept of the rural development required that target group be defined among the rural people. So the special group of the rural population in terms of whose well-being policy, actions and the programs can be designed and evaluated. Now, who are the rural people? The rural poor are those individuals and groups in the rural area who are vulnerable to poverty considering the basic needs. Actually, they are not fulfilling their basic needs. They are the poor, like they are not fulfilling the nutrition, housing, health and the education requirement are there, and they are not able to fulfill those. So there is a wide range of the social group who are considered to the poor in Africa, and particularly in the sub-Sahara Africa. These includes the landless people, unemployed, laborers, semi-skilled wage laborers or informal sectors workers, then peasant farmers who are dependent on their own productions for their subsistence, then agro-pastoralists are there, then salaried employees and self-employed in the rural areas, then the unemployed are there, group that include the children, old men, then refugees are there, then open access traditional fishermen are there, hunters are there, the plant gatherers are there. So in general, poverty has its main root in the structure process and the mechanism which determine or govern the ownership, distributions and the exchange and utilizations, asset, production and the factors. So poverty is basically that which people are not able to fulfill their desires, fulfill their requirement, whatever requirements are there, they are not able to fulfill. So poverty and its measurement and the manifestations and the measurements. So it is difficult to provide the precise definition about the poverty. So this is the mass poverty as it exists in Africa across, whereby the bulk of the population is surviving at the daily subsistence, local dietary requirement. So poverty can also be conceived as a situation consisting of deficiency in consumption's high level of morbidity and mortality, poor sanitary and housing conditions, low level of the educations. So World Development Report of 2001 is defining about the major dimensions of poverty that may interact and reinforce with each other. The first is the material deprivations. It is what? Lack of opportunity. Then second is low achievement in the education, health, low capabilities. Low achievement in the health and education is there. Then the third is vulnerability, low level of the security is there. Then voicelessness is there, powerlessness. So these people are powerlessness. So these are the actually this World Development Report of 2001 is defining about the poorer, defining the major dimensions of the poverty. So there are the three alternatives of approaches, namely absolute poverty, relative poverty, substantive poverty. So what is absolute poverty? Absolute poverty is basically inevitably to secure the minimum basic needs of the human survival. So the absolute poverty is poverty threshold below which living become their physical survival. So it is a state of existence in which the overall need of the individual is not satisfied. So two commonly used methods of defining poverty lines are, these are the direct caloric intake methods. Direct caloric intake method is what? How much calorie these people are taking. That is defining poverty and the consumptions of the below of the minimum calorie intake. Minimum calorie intakes, if they are not getting, then they are in the poverty lines. So the cost of the basic needs methods is the common and practical way of measuring the absolute poverty. So relative poverty is what? Relative poverty is the state of having welfare level and measured in income, expenditures or other well-being indicators less than others. So this does not involve those people who live in a life standard of the below poverty line. Relative poverty points to that some people are poorer than others. Then another one is the subjective poverty. Actually the subjective poverty is based on the premises that people are the best judge of their own situation and that their opinion should ultimately be the decisive factors in defining the welfare and the poverty. So it involves the opinions of households where their income is sufficient to meet their needs or ends. So here the consumption expenditures reflect the purchasing powers of the household better than the measuring the current income, because of recorded income during the survey may be destroyed by the transitory poverty situations. So the measuring income is more problematic than the measuring consumptions. Annual income is required for satisfactory measure of living standard. So in developing countries, setting households are likely to be underreport their income level more than they do with their consumption level. So the rural poverty unperceived. The extremes of the rural poverty in the third world are an horror. So the horror is not just that avoidable deprivations, suffering and the death are intolerable. So it is also that these coexist with affluence. So according to the Chamber, 6 set of the basic prejudices and outputs are there. What are these? Spatial bias, urban, thermic and roadsides, project wise, then project wise are there, rural development, tourism and the rural research have a project wise, and those concerned with the rural development and with the rural research become link network to the urban contact. Then the person wise, with whom the rural development, tourist, local level officials and the rural researchers have contact, and from whom they obtain the impressions and the informations are biased against the poor people. Then person wise may be elite wise, male wise, user and adopter wise, active present living wise, dry season wise, diplomatic wise, then the professional wise. So this is all about this rural development, concept of this rural development. Thanks for watching.